Let's take a look at TOEFL Speaking Task 3. This is the first integrated task of the exam, which means that it's not just conversational stating your opinion. They're taking into account a listening section and a reading section, as well as your speaking abilities to answer. Speaking Task 3 involves reading a provided text, listening to a conversation, and then answering the given question. The text will be about 75 to 100 words, and the conversation will be about 60 to 80 seconds. Now, some students think that all this information makes them kind of nervous. They get scared about taking the test or taking this section. But the bright side is there's a lot of material here for you to work with. So as long as you're going into the test prepared, then you already have so much information that you can draw your answer from, so much provided vocabulary and sentence structure to use in your own answer, which is a great side. One thing to remember as you prepare for this section of the test is that this is an objective answer, not an opinion. So what we don't want to use on this answer are sentences like I think, or I believe, or I would. Here you want to stick to he, she, it, and they, because the answer is objective, it is right or wrong, unlike the opinion where you could choose either opinion and be correct. So let's take a look at this specific question and go through it together. Read the following campus announcement. The chemistry department is planning to award scholarships to students who have received an average grade of 90% or above. We have found there to be a serious need for well-educated chemistry students, and the current pool of chemists is highly lacking. By awarding these scholarships, it will allow future chemists to get a better handle on their tuition costs, as well as encourage students to study harder in class. After the recent audit, we have found there to be plenty of funds for this department, and we feel this is the best place to use them. Considering this school spends most of its funds on the sports department, we want to get students more interested in chemistry, and we feel this is the best place to start. Now, on your exam, at this point, you have 30 seconds to prep and 60 seconds to answer. So as you start going, I recommend keeping yourself with some notes so that you're keeping track of the information that you've gotten. In order to organize these the best, I would say write quickly something like R notes for reading and L notes for listening. Right now, we're working on R notes because we've just done the reading. So what can we add from the reading? What is the basic idea here of the reading? The chemistry department is planning to give out a scholarship. And we also know that they are planning to use funds from the department in order to fund this scholarship. Okay, so that's basically the most important information we need for now from the reading. Now let's go ahead and listen to the listening.
Now listen to two people discussing the passage you just read.
This is a bad move for the chemistry department.
Why would you say that?
Have you seen the outdated equipment in the chemistry department? Most of it's older than I am.
Wow, I guess I haven't noticed.
If the department has so much extra money, they should spend it on the current students who are actually working hard and not trying to lure in potential students.
I can see your point, but a scholarship is an awesome idea.
How do they expect us to graduate knowing the recent procedures if the equipment we are accustomed to using is outdated?
You make a good point, and they already offer certificates, don't they?
Yes, they offer certificates that look good when applying for positions after school.
Now let's take a look at the question that they're actually asking you to answer. The woman has expressed her opinion about the announcement. State her opinion and explain the reasons that she gives for holding that opinion. So we want to talk about what the woman was doing and what she believed. From the listening section, what notes specifically do we need to make? What did the woman think? She thought that the equipment that the chemistry department already has is outdated. And she thinks that this is not a good idea because students will not be prepared after graduating if they're not used to how to use more newer and updated equipment. She also thinks that high achieving students already in the department should be rewarded instead of students that are outside of the department. Now let's answer the question. The first thing you want to do is summarize the campus announcement. Now, we've done this briefly in our reading notes here with the chemistry department scholarship. We'll be taking funds from the department. So tie this up into a nice, neat, and tidy sentence. The chemistry department is giving scholarships to students who have an average grade of 90% or above. They will be taking this money from funds that are already available in the department. So we have summarized the campus announcement. Now you want to state the opinion that they asked for. The woman disagrees with the chemistry department plan for 2 reasons. You want to make sure you tell them how many reasons there are. In this specific one, there are 2 reasons. Sometimes there may be 3. But make sure you add this to the opinion. Now we want to discuss reason number 1. The equipment is outdated and students will suffer. Reason number 2, high scoring students in the department should be awarded. And then to wrap up your answer, you want to say something like this. For these 2 reasons, the woman disagrees with the chemistry department's plan. So now we have summarized the campus announcement and showed that we understood this whole reading section. Then we stated the opinion they requested. They requested the woman's opinion, and we made that nice and simple and told them that we understood the point of the listening. Reason number 1 and reason number 2 further explain that you understood the listening, and then you tied it up by basically restating what you said here. One final strategy that I'll leave you with today is I understand you get a lot of information and there's a lot you probably want to write down. Make sure to keep your notes that you write very simple and to the point. These are even a little bit longer than you'd probably want to write during the test. Definitely don't take your time writing long, full sentences or spelling everything out. If your notes are a little crazy and messy looking and everything is shortened, that's fine. They're just for you. And you want to make sure you have all of the crucial information that you need. That's all for now.